Hi, today I have just a really short and hopefully fun little series of questions that will not only help you understand what is the proper and improper use of CMMI, but I think it's more important that these are the kinds of questions that help you implement CMMI in an agile and lean way. Well, the truth be told, that some of these are not improper use of CMMI in an agile and lean setting, though I think that once you hear these questions, you'll be able to see why organizations get stuck with using CMMI in a very unproductive and a very wasteful approach. So here are your questions. First of all, are you using CMMI for improvement or compliance? If you're using it for compliance, well, that's wrong under any circumstances. I'm sorry to say that compliance really does not drive improvement. It's a very long road between compliance and improvement. If you just use CMMI to hope to see and work towards seeing improvements, the compliance will come. Are you using CMMI for defining your processes or for empowering your processes? Clearly, empowerment has a lot more power than definition. So are you looking for the things that you can do to help your processes be empowering to the people that are using them so they can really make the best decisions about how to run the project, how to develop the products, how to provide services? Empowerment versus definition usually is something that organizations overlook when they're looking for what can the processes do. So ask the question, are you using a CMMI for improvement or for empowerment? Improvement and empowerment or definition. Improvement and empowerment work well together. Definition sometimes is a little restrictive. Speaking of which, how about, are you looking for clarity and self-awareness, or are you looking for constraints and rigidity? As you might guess, clarity and awareness are really well fitted in the lean and agile world, whereas constraints and rigidity is much more of a compliance concern and very often not very agile or lean. So the proper use of CMMI is to benefit from the clarity and awareness that it affords. Rigidity and constraints really have very little place in an empowered improvement scenario. Another question, top-down versus bottom-up. Really, who uses the processes? Most of the processes that CMMI and Agile are working with are from the people doing the most of the development and service work, the bottom-up. So if your processes look very top-down, you might guess that that's not going to work too well in a lean and an agile setting. Bottom-up's the way to go. Have the people that are most empowered to do the improvements, to see the improvements and the results, create the processes and create the patterns that are best for them, and you'll be using CMMI effectively. And finally, ask the question, is what we're doing working? As opposed to, are we doing what the process says? I talked about this in my last entry, about the people being the process. Well, that's pretty clear, that proper use of CMMI can look at the process as a what are we getting for it? And in trying to answer the question, what do we get for what we do? Is what we do helping us achieve our ends, and is the means that we achieve them effective for us? You can get the same value of asking those questions as you might eventually get to asking the question, did we follow the process? Because if what you're doing is working, great, learn from it. If what you're doing isn't working, and there's a process that should be followed, and you're not following it, well then maybe the process is the reason it's not working, that you're not following it or the process is wrong. In any case, asking the question, is what we're doing working, will get you as much, if not more benefit than the long road of starting with, did we follow the process? That's all I have for you today. In any case, good luck.